All right, everybody. So we're just gonna take a look at what's going on in markets and what happened today. It's like every day, even in it's amazing. Every day there's an opportunity. It's just the number of opportunities you might only get one, and the size, meaning in terms of the reward, is usually not a major big trend, but you still get pops. So. All right, so this is what happened in what is it in the ES. There was actually two opportunities in the ES, but the second one just wasn't. It just didn't give a pullback because it just fell straight down. So, what are you gonna do, right? So what happened was in the morning on the hourly, you before this break, you had a very nice pullback here. You see this pullback on the hourly? It's pulling back 1, 2, 3. Here it started going sideways like that. So I knew there was shortening of the thrust, blah, blah, blah. And that thing, and it's going to go. Because why I say that is because this breakout bar right here, when markets pull back, they have a tendency to test the breakout bar. If you can understand that point, you know to be ready, right? So, just because it's a really simple idea. You have strong hands coming in, breaking the market's range, going into a higher price range. And when you retest that area, you just want to see if they're still there. And you'll know if they're still there by just taking a look at the wave chart and its price and or volume characteristics. And I mean, I saw it very clear. It's testing the breakout on the pullback, right? This green bar is the breakout above that high. Then it comes back, it pulled back, it's testing the breakout bar. So what do you do now? The question is, what do you do now when you're testing the breakout bar? And the answer is you just wait for evidence of buying. That's it. Just wait for evidence of buying on the test of the breakout bar. So where's the evidence? It's right here. That right there was evidence of buying. The biggest price wave in 13 minutes that lasted almost 1 hour on an intraday basis, 55 minutes on an intraday basis. All right, so the next step is just wait for a pullback and a reversal. And that's what you got. You just have a pullback. First, you want to see evidence of strength on the test. Second, it pulls back. It hit a spring, and then it had this green bar reversal, which that's all you need to know. That right there is saying I'm going higher. Now, typically, I don't like for the market to pull back and spring that low. I want it to, come right around halfway back and reverse up. But in this situation, it sprung the low and then it thrusted up. And look what happened. Buying, 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 buying. All the way up. So from here to here is the move. After that, when it popped up here, it basically, if you're not going to get a breakout above this high with the price volume expansion, something is not right. Because as Wyckofians, what do we know? When price goes above resistance or below support, your two major scenarios can occur. One is a breakout or a breakdown if you're below support, right? And the second thing is upthrust or spring. This thing goes above this high and it just dilly-dallies. See over here, when you take out this high 4802, bang, right there, power. When you take out this high 470.83, bang, right there. See the green bars? You see the expansion of price. You see the expansion of price. This is normal behavior. Normal breakout behavior is when they go above the high, there should be increased price spread. I mean, this is like 101. Here, you do not have the breakout bar. It's kind of there a little bit, like but you see the body and all of that, there's something wrong with it. This big bar is below the high. So this doesn't count. You need it to be crossing the high with price volume expansion. And this market just it just died. All right, because it should be like this or like this, When it's weird looking like this, there's something wrong. You see, this is a breakdown, retest, attempts to go down. You get that retest short, and it continues the trend by breaking out. So, you have an understanding of how breakouts are supposed to look. It doesn't look right here. So that means if there are two scenarios, it's either, breakout or upthrust. This is a potential upthrust. Now, you don't know that until they're selling to ensure that, yeah, it's an upthrust. That selling came right here. This move was the biggest down wave in 10 waves. Biggest down wave in 10 waves. 10 down waves. And I was ready for it, ready to pull the trigger on it, but for some reason, it just couldn't pull back and test. It had such a weak pullback that just didn't give me the risk reward and entry. It was just too weak. And then look what happened. Disaster happened. Okay. Now let's take a look at the tape reading chart and see if what were some indications. As the market went up here, this was the indication. Let's take out delta. I honestly don't see a need for delta. Some folks love it. I don't. All right. Right here, this effort is very telling. The price goes up 142 times 1,000. I think it's 142,000 contracts in this little area here, which was met with this, and this was the pressure right here, 37,000. All right, now the key is 105,000 contracts. Does that look normal to you? Do you see any print here in the hundreds? Do you see any print here that is over 100? No. So they were distributing as price was in this area, and then just a little upthrust and then break. Here's the red right here, very important. I look for that red or green to see if buying or selling pressure, etc., etc. So selling pressure came in, boom, 102,000, and then just went down. Unfortunately, the damn thing didn't test, pulled back to test to give the entry opportunity. But what are you gonna do? Maybe next time. All right, now let's take a look at some other markets. So before I go any further, what were the opportunities again to sum up? The first opportunity was right here, where the buyers came in, pulled back, gave the reversal, boom, and you catch the entry, get the pop. Second, on this turning point, where it turned right here, but this thing didn't give a deep pullback, so you cannot enter. You can't get them all. So crude, there was a buying opportunity, but it was just too late in the day, and there's just not enough buyers to come in now, because right here, this wave right here, this wave, I mean, it's not a big price wave, but it has significant volume. And if this was the right time of day, you would see this trade work. But it's not the right time of day. So if it's not the right time of day, you have no buyers that are going to buy this pullback. At 12 or 1, but it pulled back and it started testing near the end of day, and there's no buyers. So there's not enough pressure. But this is an opportunity. I would take it, but it just, it's just not the right time of day. But this is buying, and the other thing is it's very concerning if you're bullish on crude, because on the daily chart it's in big trouble. You see the spring here in the downtrend set up this break and move higher. Now this is a significant development. This is the biggest wave in 12 waves. That's meaningful, and I haven't checked the weekly position on it. I will know everything that I need to know about it on the weekly or monthly position. But anyway, the point here is that it goes right into the high bar. The high bar is where the last upthrust occurred. And this is a natural resistance area. Why? Because this is the most extreme point. It's not 50% back, not 68% back or 78% back or whatever. It's like a full test of the high bar. And in a downtrend. Right, so that high bar represents a supply zone. Why? Because it is the first red bar that initiates the entire wave of red bars. So some may call it order block or some similar thing, but that's where the selling initiated, and strong hands were there in the past, creating a wave of selling red, 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 5 days in a row. And now you're in that territory testing. So this is a bad spot to be in. Is it a potential reversal? Maybe, to go back up. I haven't checked. I wouldn't know unless I checked the higher time frames. Then I would know, oh shit, this thing is going to go. This is a trend reversal in terms of, strong hands coming in and all that. I don't really know right now, and I'm not trading on that time frame, so it's no point for me to go and do that. But here, right, as far as the hourly and the 5 minute are concerned, in the hourly you see this pull back in an uptrend. This red bar is a little daunting, but it had no fall through at the time, and you had buying, so it would have set up a pullback at least to the high, right? So we have to see if this works now or not. Actually, you have to see tomorrow if it works or not, because it's just no liquidity at this time. No one's going to step in during holiday. And so let's take a look at the tape reading chart. You can see this buying wave and its effectiveness right here. You see how it formed a little base and broke out with 46,000 contracts and went up, but it found some supply at the top, and as it pulled back and tested, it was just too late in the day, and they're not going to go higher. And its position on the daily is pretty precarious, and that's why it broke on 18 and 29 here, thousand, and then tested, and now it's in a downtrend. So don't want to mess with it. The bulls had an opportunity. They saw the pullback. They saw this test, and they saw the effort right here. They saw the effort right here, and then they lifted prices up, broke out, made higher highs. Supply came in here, pulled back. They were trying to hold, couldn't do it. Why? Liquidity dried up. The buying pressure dried up, so they sold. And that was toward the end of the day. And even here, these guys come in. It's all right. It's not that strong, but it is strong. 38,000 here. It met supply right up there. And it's too late in the day, so there's no point. But this right here, if it was early in the morning, then we're talking. And also, I need more buying pressure. It's only biggest in 2 waves. If it's like biggest in 8 waves or 12 waves, it's clear buying pressure. So you could see the buying pressure and quantify it on a wave chart like I'm doing here. But you can also do it here. in terms of the tape reading chart. You see, this is the biggest buying pressure in 45 waves, in 45 bars, right up here, 45 bars. Biggest buying pressure on a green bar, on an up bar, in 45 bars. But as it went up, the supply came in. So basically the bulls got taken out by the bears, even though there was tremendous effort. It just encountered supply at the top. And how you know that is because this 50 print is at the top. If it was at the bottom, what would that mean? Like this 46, if it was 46 and 50, it would mean the buyers are stepping in and they're able to push prices up. The fact that the highest print is at the top means that supply was encountered, sell high, near the high, and supply took it down. So I think there's going to be a little breakdown here, but we'll see. All right, that's all I have. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.